Hello, everyone. I'm back. It's been a minute. I've been wanting to record a video to put up and show you guys what I've been working on in the knitting arena, but life has just not been cooperating. So I am Sarah. I'm Love Sockwool on Ravelry and Instagram, and this is a tiny little podcast about knitting and making and sometimes quilting and all that kind of fun stuff. So it's been several months since I've recorded a video. It's been a combination of just not really being in the mood to do it and or like in the right headspace to do it, and also just life has just been really, really busy. In the last 3 weeks in particular have been bonkers nuts just in terms of the weather. We've gotten a lot of snow, which you can probably see the snow outside. It's really sunny today. The sidewalk. It's crazy. I don't know what you can see. I'm recording on my phone, so we'll see how this goes. It's also a no school day, so Marshall and Juliet are home. They will probably be starting World War III any moment. So let's get right into what I've been working on. First of all, how are you? Are you well? I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying the winter if you're in the northern hemispheres. I have not been particularly enjoying the winter, but I have been really excited about all of the projects I've been knitting. Anyway, I hope you're well, and thank you for hitting the play button. So I'm going to get right into giving you doing a little show and tell of what I've been working on for the past bit of time. I don't even know where to start because there's so much. We did get a new puppy the day after Christmas. Let me get her. We got little Miss Jane. This is not a knitting project. Oh, it's always sweet. We love you so much. Her name is Jane, after Jane Austen and Jane Eyre. She's trying to eat my earring. Stop it, Jane. She's a Shih Tzu Bichon mix. My friend Jenna has her mother. They bred her in so a little backyard breed here, and she had 5 puppies, and Jane is one of them. I think Jane was the runt of the litter. Is that right? Were you the runt of the litter? Yes. She's always sweet and fluffy. We have to figure out how to get her groomed because I don't want to try to cut her hairs, but she needs a haircut. She's a mess. But we love her to pieces. She's so sweet. Just the cutest little thing. So, she's the newest addition to our family. Okay, I'll probably put her down. Yeah, I wanted to show you Jane. She's adorable. I've never had a small dog before, so I really don't know how to take care of her very well. Potty training is a challenge because it's the winter, and we've been experiencing like negative a billion wind chills and like at least 1.5 foot of snow outside. So if you throw her in the backyard, she's just gonna get lost in the snow. She'll just sink right down. So potty training her has been a challenge. That is a roof right there. Like that window goes onto a kind of low to the ground roof. I open up the window and stick her on the roof, and she pees on the roof. Hopefully that's not ruining our roof. But it's like, this much pee, so it's fine. That's what we're doing to survive because it's a challenge getting in and out the back door just to get her to the backyard. So she is a work in progress. Right, Jane? Okay. So let's see, where should I even begin? First of all, let me start with, I want to show you my Advent socks. So this is the first year, this past Christmas season is the first year I've been able to get an Advent calendar, because they usually go up for sale in July, which most of the time I am not even thinking about like Christmas or, preparing for Advent. But this year I was like, no, I want to remember to get an Advent calendar. So I got Shauna's of Adelaide Cottage, and it was so much fun every day to open those little packages and get a new mini, and sometimes there would be a little extra something in the package like tea or a stitch marker or something like that. So these are the Advent socks I made. And so I knit them concurrently. I knit them cuff down, and each day I would just add another stripe. And I believe each stripe is about 5 or 6 rows. And I love them. So it has all 25 stripes or minis in each bar. I have not worn these. I have not even woven in the ends. I need to do that. But you know, they're so beautiful. I love just displaying them. But yeah, I've got like a ton of ends that need to be woven in. So I hang them on my wall. There's a wall right there, and I've got 2 nails, and I hang my sock blockers up there. So they are decoration at the moment. So those are Advent socks. I have a couple more finished pairs of late. My favorite pair I finished just like a week or 2 ago are my pineapple flower socks. This is yarn dyed by Marina of Pineapple Yarns, and this pineapple flower, and I just love them. I knit them toe up on size 0s, US 0s, with the Fish Lips Kiss heel. And I'm trying something new. I'm knitting the length of the cuff or the leg the same as I normally would, but I'm just doing a bit shorter ribbing for the cuffs just because I think they'll actually fit my leg, my ankle better and not be so bunchy, and plus they're quicker to knit. And I'm trying to I don't know, find ways to knit my socks a little bit faster because I want to get them done so I can enjoy them. I have another pineapple yarn sock. This is in the colorway Maili. It's so speckle-tastic. And then the heel is Mangosteen. It's just a little mini I got as well. Here's and these are also knit toe up on size 0s. I have not cast the second sock on. I've got the yarn right here. Hold on. It's so beautiful in the cake. Isn't that amazing? I love it. I gotta get that second one going. And then here's the mini for the heel, Mangosteen. And here's my leftover pineapple flower. So pretty. I love the way Marina dyes yarn. She is not afraid of color. Because all of her yarn is so vibrant, gorgeous, and I love it. I knit a hat. Oh, here it is. It's right here. This is also Pineapple Yarns in the Electric Beach colorway. I think I showed this like the last time. I don't know. I think I showed the beginnings of this. This hat. This is the Barley Light hat by Tin Can Knits. So what I did was I had a skein of Electric Beach, and I had a skein in her fingering sock weight, and then I had a skein of Electric Beach in her mohair blend, and I held them double, and you guys, this hat is like the warmest hat ever. It's so comfy. I've been using it like nonstop. It's wonderful. I love it. So yes, I really am loving stranding mohair with fingering weight because it is incredible how much more warmth you get from just adding that strand of mohair. Okay, I have some more socks. All right. Oh, one of my favorite dyers in the whole world. Lauren of Lolo Did It. I finally finished my Cozy Quiet socks, and I also knit these toe up as well. And I did a contrast, I can't talk, toe and cuff in a original Little Lolo called, I think it's called Amazed. And the main color is Cozy Quiet.
It's really beautiful. So I'm really happy I got these finished. And then my other Lolo Did It sock I've been working on is this one.
This is one of her Harry Potter colorways called Every Flavor Beans.
It's lovely. I do have the second one going, but I'm not sure where it is. I have to dig it out.
I also did a contrast heel and toe. It might be hard to tell, but this is actually a contrast color. It's a little Lolo in the ballerina colorway, which is one of the Barely There colorways that Lauren does. And I love it.
It might be in here.
I have another Lolo Did It sock to show you too. Let me see if it's...
Yes, here it is.
Stuffed in the bottom of my one and only Madder Root project bag that I got at Rhinebeck.
Okay, hold on. This is Every Flavor Beans. And here's my second sock.
I'm trying to be good about getting those second socks started right away.
And then this, it's the beautiful ballerina colorway. It's so, so pretty. It's very subtle. So again,
I'm knitting the length of the leg, what I would normally, or what I've normally always done, but I'm just doing a little bit less of the ribbing. Normally I would do like 30 rounds of ribbing, and this is like 15, which is, I think it's just fine. It's perfect. So yeah. So I do find that I'm knitting socks a little bit faster by just cutting the ribbing down, because it is kind of my least favorite part of the whole process. I'm getting a little bit warm. I'm going to take this off. Whew. Okay. All right. Now, this next sock I'm going to show you is what I've been working on this week. I've been kind of just focusing on one sock a week and, just see how far I get. It's kind of a fun challenge. Like, if I start a sock on Monday, just see how far I can get for the week. So this sock I cast on Monday night, just on a whim, because I just felt like knitting. I wanted to knit something Valentine's-y because it was Valentine's Day yesterday. Oh, I didn't say the date. Today's February 15th. It's a Friday. Isn't that glorious? This is Hunka Hunka Burnin' Love by Lauren of Lolo Did It. I love it, and I've had it in my stash for quite some time. I want to say I've had this colorway in my stash for about 2 years, and I think I maybe tried to knit a shawl with it, but then just never got around to, or I just never finished it, and I ended up frogging it or whatever. But I love it knit up into a sock, and again, I'm using the ballerina contrast for the heel. And I'm almost done. I think I have to knit like one more row on the cuff, and I will do the bind off. Since I've been knitting toe up socks lately, which I've really been enjoying, they seem to go faster.
I don't know why.
Especially when you do Fish Lips Kiss.
Whether you do it toe up or cuff down,
it's the same, you're knitting the same amount, but it just seems like it goes faster when I knit toe up. I don't know why. The science of knitting is beyond me. Oh, the bind off I've been doing for when I knit toe up socks. I think it's Jenny's Surprisingly Stretchy Bind Off. I think that's what it is, where you're kind of like, you're doing this yarn over before you bind the stitch off. So it's like you're binding off each stitch twice, kind of. So it creates this lovely stretchy cuff. So I've really been enjoying that. It's kind of slow. I haven't gotten very fast with it, but I really like how stretchy. I think I did it for this.
This is Jenny's Surprisingly Stretchy Bind Off. And it's just really nice and stretchy. And I think I just Googled
Jenny's Surprisingly Stretchy Bind Off, and I think it took me to some blog post or something. I don't remember whose or anything, but yeah. Okay, sorry if our technology is a little wonky here. trying to use my phone to record because I think it's easier to upload to YouTube from my phone than my iPad. My iPad has been acting really weird lately, and like it'll just shut off for no reason. So I didn't want that to happen. So I'm using my phone.
Okay.
What else can I show you? There's so much. So much. I wish I could
Just knit all day long, but
I can't. And then I would have more finished to show you, but as it is, I have enough to show. Okay, so I had talked about this or posted about this on Instagram. This is a boomerang shawl that I cast on in December with a skein of Woolen Vine yarns in the Angry Orchard colorway on her Volca base, which is an MCN base, and then and I double stranded it with mohair from Dragon Horde yarns in the Vintage Fall colorway. I've never knit a shawl, with fingering weight stranded with mohair, and I love it. So, it's just a basic boomerang recipe. I actually put the recipe / pattern that I did on Instagram. It's in my highlights at the top of, so if you go to my profile on Instagram, there's little circles I think it's the first one, and it says eyelet boomerang, although I think it says eyelet boom because you can't fit, like, it doesn't display all the words. But I put it to my highlights so that it would always be there. So if you just go look at that, you can screenshot it and then print it out. So I just kind of typed out the recipe for the boomerang, and then I did stockinette, and then, but I think it's about I can't remember. I think it's every 10 rows I did eyelets. So it's very simple, but I loved the flow of it because it's like a marker. Every 10 rows you do an eyelet, so you just sort of see your progress a little bit more. I can't wait to make another one, and the next one I make, I want it to be garter instead of stockinette. Words, you guys, I'm struggling with words. I would like an all garter one, but also do the same thing where you throw in eyelets every 10 rows or more, or so. I mean, it's totally up to you. Like, you could do eyelets every 5 rows, every 4 rows. You could do the eyelets closer together. It doesn't matter, and it's such a forgiving little pattern. So I love it. It's very warm. I just wore it this morning. We went to this indoor mini golf. I took Marshall and Juliet. Marshall had a great time. Juliet did not have such a great time because she couldn't quite figure it out. But it's okay. We had a fun time. And then we went and had lunch at a local, like, hole-in-the-wall burger place. But I wore this because it's quite cold out. I don't know what the temperature is at the moment, but when we left, it was like 10 degrees or 12 degrees Fahrenheit. So this keeps you so warm. Mohair is so fantastic. I cannot wait to make another one of these. Oh, okay, so what I was going to say was, I want to make another one with garter, but also with the eyelets. So a garter eyelet boomerang. Okay, so do you guys know Suburban Stitcher? Miss Diane, she's Suburban Stitcher on Instagram and everything. And she has the Suburban Stitcher podcast, and that's her yarn company as well. So she recently has come out with the Peach Collective, which is the love of all things peach. And one of the colorways is called La Boheme, and I ordered some of that. I ordered the sock weight. Oh my goodness, I kind of went a little nuts because I was so excited about all these peaches. So I ordered the sock yarn, the mohair, and her single ply, all in La Boheme, because I want to make socks with sock yarn, and then I would like to do a garter boomerang with the mohair and the single. So I am so excited. I can't wait to get it. Hopefully it'll ship next week. I don't know. We'll see. It's worth it. It's worth the wait. So I'm really excited to get another one of these going. And so yeah, one. Oh, we should have like a hashtag.
That's probably presumptuous of me because maybe no one wants to make one.
But if anyone wants to make a hashtag Eyelet Boomerang or hashtag Sarah's Eyelet Boomerang, whatever, tag it and tag me so I can see it. I haven't been on Instagram much lately. I've just been taking a break from social media. So I may or may not see it. If you tag me, I may or may not see it for a little while, but I'll be back on there eventually. I've just been taking a little bit of a sabbatical as we've gone into the new year, to just focus more on my family and better time management, etc. So okay, let's keep going because there's more. Oh my goodness. Okay, speaking of shawls, I had cast on right before I went to Rhinebeck in October. I was just desperate to knit one of the I Smell Snow shawls by I think it's Melanie Hoffman, Bee Mandarins, and I did cast it on in some beautiful Leading Men fiber arts. Again, garter eyelets. I love it. I can't get enough of it. So I was knitting this I was doing pretty good. And then Christmas time came and I kind of put it on the back burner. But I'm probably 3/4 to the halfway mark, and then you add in the second color, and then so you're starting at the bottom and making this big triangle, and then you put the second color on, and then you're decreasing. So you're basically making a big square, and then it will be like a double layer when you wear it around your neck. Lovely Chelsea Knits of the Legacy Fiber Arts Yarn Company. She is who inspired me to cast one on. You can go to Chelsea Knits on Instagram and probably find pictures of hers. And I think and I know Legacy did kits for an I Smell Snow shawl. And so when I was at Needles Up, I got Legacy Fiber Arts yarn to make another one of these, which I obviously have not done yet, but hopefully I will be able to finish this one before I cast on another one. But anyway, this is Leading Men Fiber Arts in the Bend and Snap colorway. It's a Legally Blonde reference. Love it. And then my second color is going to be also Leading Men Fiber Arts in the Sand. I think this is Sand Castle. I actually hope I will have enough to do the second half of the I Smell Snow shawl, because I have you need 2 skeins of each color, and I got 2 skeins of the Sandcastle at Indie Untangled, but I used one of the skeins to make my mom a cowl, and this was how much was left over of it. So I don't know. I might have to special order another skein if I end up running out, but it's fine.
It'll all work out.
I will make it work out. I need some water. I'm feeling parched. If you've lasted this long and you're still with me,
Lord love you.
because
I'm probably rambling a little bit too much.
I apologize. Okay, so yesterday, I don't know what happened. Who was I watching? Oh, I was watching Pineapple Knits. Marina of Pineapple Yarns has a lovely podcast. I think she calls it Pineapple Knits. And she is knitting the Night Shift shawl by Andrea Mowry, and she's using all her own hand spun. And I was so inspired by that I kind of just went deep, like basement, bottom dweller in this house, stash diving, to find all my old hand spun from when I used to spin, so I can make a hand spun Night Shift shawl, and I'm kind of obsessed. I love it.
It's so cool.
So I managed to scrape up, I don't know, maybe 4 skeins of my hand spun from back in the day before I had Juliet, when I used to have a spinning wheel and I used to spin all the time. I can't even believe I still had it, like, because I did a deep purge of a lot of my yarn and fabric recently. Apparently I didn't get rid of everything, because I still have this. This is some of my so my hand spun, fingering weight. I have no idea who dyed it. I have no idea the colorway name, but I love it.
I have no idea. I wish I could.
Could remember. I also found this one. Got a lot of neutrals. This is a cashmere blend. It's like pure butter. This one I think is Superwash Merino. And then I found this little one. This is some hand spun. I spun this in Knit Juliet, a little hat, a little ear flap hat. I wish I could remember who
dyed the fiber, but
I don't remember. This I know is Fat Cat Fibers. I don't remember the name, but this is the BFL blend. This is also the same colorway. For some reason I had it in 2 skeins. And then this one, I think this might have been 2 if by hand. I'm not sure. This could be Fat Cat as well. I don't know. I actually did not spin this. I bought the fiber and started spinning it. And then my friend Karen was learning how to spin, and I let her borrow my wheel, so she spun this and then gifted the skeins back to me. I just don't remember what yarn was. Karen, if you're watching and you remember who and what this was, you can comment below. I think that's it. So it's a lovely pattern, this night shift, and each section, like, you can change up. It's very customizable, like how you want to knit it. And it was designed to be used with the Spin Cycle yarn, which is so lovely, but extremely expensive. And I was like this close to purchasing some. But I
didn't. I was
good because I had found all this hand spun in the basement of my house. It's amazing it's not been eaten by rodents, but it wasn't. It was in like a bin with a lid. So it was protected from pests, and it still smells good. It's amazing. So I'm so happy that I found a way to use it after all these years, like literally like 6 years. It's been probably sitting in the basement. So
yeah, it'll probably take me forever to knit this, but I really do love it. Okay, I think I have maybe, I've got another
shawl I want to show that I cast on last week. Hold on, let me get on my hand spun. Put back
in here. Got in my
Chanel bag. Knockoff Chanel, of course. Okay, I have one mitten. So this whole business of having a Christmas Eve cast on, which is such a lovely thing that I believe Little Bobbins of Danny of the Little Bobbins podcast, I think she kind of started that whole Christmas Eve cast on, which is such a wonderful, wonderful thing. For some reason, I've always been so excited about doing that, but then when Christmas Eve would actually come, I would just find that I was too busy just getting ready for the holidays that I could never actually, I wasn't ever in the headspace to cast on something new, but this year I was. So I decided to make a mitten. Instead of socks, I did
a fingering weight mitten, and this is the Mittens
to Fit
pattern. I don't actually have it right here.
It's a free pattern on Ravelry. The designer is Slavi Thompson. It's been on there for quite a while. So I got the first mitten done.
Just need to get the second one done.
Yeah, it's the yarn, and it is the first gift of Christmas by Legacy Fiber Arts. It's so beautiful. It's such a lovely colorway. So I've got to get the second one cast on. I knew this would happen. I knew I would knit the first one and then not get the second one cast on. Now I had to modify this pattern a bit for myself because if I were to knit it as written, stop tickling my toes, Juliet. If I knit it as written, the mitten would be like this big, like where my finger is. But I had to keep adding extra rows to make it work. But they really are lovely and fitted and warm. So hopefully
soon I can get the second one going because
I really want to have them done because I want to wear them. Okay, I have one more shawl. I guess I've been a little shawl crazy. I didn't think I was, but I am.
Okay, so
I kept seeing this lovely pattern, I guess on Instagram, and also in Lauren of Lolo Did It in her newsletter. So this pattern, the Bangles Pattern, it's also a boomerang shawl, and it's by Victoria Crumb, who is Toriology on Ravelry and Instagram. So I was so excited to knit this, and it calls for 1 skein of Low Original by Lolo Did It and 1 skein of mohair, which I actually had in my stash.
So, and I've been dying
To knit with the Helping Hippos colorway. So I cast it on. This is
bangles,
and this part is
like a stripy part with the
mohair, and the mohair is what is it called? Naughty Mrs. Claus.
so fuzzy.
Look at that. And then there's this lovely kind of textured ribbed section. It's so lovely, and it doesn't take a lot of brain power or anything, and it's just alternating sections of mohair and the ribbing.
So yes, I love it. That's my other shawl
that I cast on quite recklessly last week. Last week it was the bangles. This week it was the night shift. Who knows what next week will be? Stay tuned. Okay, let me show you my scrappy sock blanket. I also have finished a couple of sockhead hats since the beginning of January. So Marshall's birthday is in January, and he wanted, yes. Oh, hold on just a second. They're back here. Here, you can take them and go play with them, okay? There you go. Take the coin. So Marshall's birthday's in January, and he is a huge Vikings fan. This is also Lolo Did It in the purple people eaters colorway, the Vikings colorway. So I knit him a sockhead hat. Do I have it over here? I can't. No, I think Juliet was wearing it yesterday. I don't have it over here, but it's the sockhead hat in that colorway. So I was able to give him that for his birthday, and now I'm just trying to get the square knit on my blanket. And this is the second time I've purchased this colorway. I knit him socks in this colorway for his birthday last year, and this year he got a hat.
I should start a tradition. Next year
I should get another skein of it and make him something else. Make him mittens.
What else can I make him?
I probably actually should make him another pair of socks, because he will have grown out of the pair he currently has. The pair I made him last year, I think they're already a little too small for him. It's very sad. His feet are pretty much about as big as mine. So when I knit him socks, I knit them the same specs that I do for myself. Let's see.
I've put other squares
on my blanket since, hold on, Jane's gonna chew on it. Jane loves to chew on yarn. Cannot let it fall on the ground or she will be on it. Okay, so I started another row. This is also Lolo Did It. This is Bohemian Rhapsody. It's just a mini. I love that colorway. I just added a mini to one of my orders because I was like, I want that for my blanket, because I wanted to see the movie when it came out. Oh, when was it? November. It was so good. It's one of the best movies I've seen.
In 2018.
Okay, so hold on. Let me move my water bottle. Okay, and then this colorway is Festival Foliage, which is the Needles Up colorway at Rhinebeck. For Needles Up. In October, and it's so beautiful. I did knit a pair of socks with those. I don't have them over here. They're in my bin of finished socks. And then this is Pineapple Flower by Pineapple Yarns. And this is Nomadic Yarns in Tale as Old as Time. I knit those socks last year, but just now got a square in my blanket, and then here we are with Purple People Eater. I feel like I knit other squares, but to figure out where I finished. Oh.
Yes. Okay. I'm trying to think. Okay. This is Naughty
Mrs. Claus. I think I had left off maybe here. This is Naughty Mrs. Claus. Lolo did it. This is one of the minis from the Great Knittish Skein Off by Legacy Fiber Arts. I don't remember the colorway name. This is also from Great Knittish Skein Off. And then this is also Pineapple Yarns in the Surfing Santa colorway. I love this colorway. It's so fun. And then this is one of the minis from the Adelaide Cottage Advent Calendar. I just love this one. It's just a beautiful kind of taupe color. I don't remember what the name of it is, but it's so pretty. I had to put a square on my blanket.
I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do
with all my leftovers from the Advent calendar, because I have so much. Each mini didn't use very much to knit, one stripe on each sock. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the rest of it.
What are you guys doing
that had Advent calendars? What are you doing
with your leftovers, and what did you do with your
Advent calendars? Comment below. Let me know. So this is my favorite project in the world. I always love it. It's getting quite big,
but it's still not as
big as it needs to be. Not needs to be, but I would like it to be like 3 times as big. I mean, I can't fit it all in the screen here. Hold on, my yarn tail change. Did you want it? Okay, I got it. I rescued it. All is well. I'm trying to think what else I can. Ooh, I
think I can reach
my bag that has all my leftovers. Just to show you, this is all my leftovers from the Adelaide Cottage Advent Calendar. So I think there's
there might only be 23 in here.
Because I actually did put a couple of rounds on one of my crochet granny squares. I only have one. Yeah, I only have one crochet granny square. Because I was thinking I could just crochet all the rest of them up, but that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot of yarn. I feel like I should do something with this, but I don't know. I'm not sure what. All right. Well, I think that might be all I have to show you right now. So my plans for 2019. Right now I'm in a bit of a limbo waiting period because some of you may know I'm actually a nurse, but I haven't worked as a nurse since I had my children, but they're all in school now. So I'm interested in getting back into the nursing profession. But I have to get my Minnesota RN license. I'm not licensed in the state of Minnesota, but because it's been so long since I have worked as a nurse, I'm required to take a nursing refresher course, which is a 10-week long program at a local college, and I've been waiting for them to list that course so I can register for it and take the course so I can being able to look for a job and be licensed to work in Minnesota. The course was supposed to have started the end of January, but their current instructor retired, and so they're trying to find a replacement instructor. So it keeps getting pushed back. So they were telling me, well, maybe it'll start in March, but it's still not listed. So I'm just waiting for the course to get listed. It will happen at some point this year. So I'm hoping that I can do that. It's going to be a pretty intense, like, full-time course that you just have to do. Check that box. So I'm just waiting for that to happen. Yeah. So hopefully I can work as a nurse again. Hopefully by the end of the year we'll see if all goes well. So what that means as far as like being able to record episodes, I don't know, because I don't know what my schedule is going to be yet. So I just have to be spontaneous at this right now. I can record if I'm up for it. Otherwise, I may not. I wanted to let you guys know what my plans were for the rest of 2019. So I'm hoping that the course will get listed soon because I kind of want to get it over with because I'm kind of nervous about it, and I would like to get going with it while I'm fired up about it. I don't want to lose momentum or like God, it's taking so long to list the course, and then you like don't even feel like doing it anymore. But hopefully it will be
available soon,
and I can do what I need to do.
So I think that's
all. I think I'm rambling at this point. I hope you're doing well and that you're enjoying your knitting, and take care, and I will see you next time. Bye.